As you all know, I have a container garden outside, but I also have a few plants inside. I have ginger over here. I have my little pitcher plant. I have a hanging pitcher plant that has no pictures on it yet. I have a few aloe plants. I have some mint, apple mint over here, sweet mint right here. And I always have a big problem with fungus gnats in the soil. Whatever soil I buy, it seems like no matter what, there's always some type of larva in the soil. After I water the plants a few times, the fungus gnat starts to come out. And I just have not found a good solution for it. I've tried everything. I've tried the dish soap. I've tried the apple cider vinegar. I've done pretty much everything I could think of, everything that I've Googled and YouTubed. This year is the first year out of probably 5 or 6 years that I found something that actually helps, and I wanted to show you what it was. Okay, so I got this on Amazon. It's called Mosquito Bits. As you can see on the label, it says it kills mosquitoes, and it also controls fungus gnats. So it says it right there. So what you do is you sprinkle a few of these on the top of the soil. Okay. Alright. So you sprinkle a little bit on the top of the soil like this. And then you water your plants regular, just like you do any other time. And you kind of water on top of the bits. So the mosquito bits, they're like little pieces of corn or some type of grain. And it has a biological agent on the grains. So you sprinkle the grains on top of your soil, you water it in, and that biological agent is released into the soil. It kills the larvae that are present as they eat it, and it keeps them from being able to grow into adult gnats. And now it won't kill the adult gnats, but it will kill the larvae and keep them from growing into adult gnats. The adult gnats only live, I think, for about 2 weeks at the most. So once they die off, the larvae that the eggs that they've laid and the larvae that hatch won't make it to adulthood. It's safe for you to consume any vegetables or herbs that you use this on. It's not harmful to humans, only harmful to mosquitoes and fungus gnats. So what I do is I don't really like to sprinkle it on the soil. I do it sometimes, but what happens is after you water it in a few times, it starts to grow kind of like a fungus on top of it. It just gets fuzzy, and I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't bother the plants, it doesn't do anything to it, but it gets a little fuzzy, so I don't like to do that. So what I do is I have an empty one because I do use this a lot. It really works. I put a little bit at the bottom. I just cover the bottom of the bottle, then I pour water in, warm water, and I let it sit, and I make kind of like a tea with it, and then I only use this to water the plants. Occasionally I'll use regular water every once in a while, but for the most part I only water with this. It has holes in the top, so you can actually just water just like this. You don't have to, but this is what I do because I use it so often. I have an empty one. You can't use this bottle for anything else, so you might as well put it to use. I use these sticky yellow sheets to kind of monitor how many fungus gnats I have or what's going on with the plants or any other kind of bug that's attracted to this yellow paper. I just cut a piece of it, stick it in the plant, and the bugs will get stuck to it. They're attracted to it. They'll stick to it, and you can kind of see what's going on with your plant. If you have an infestation, or maybe you just have one or two that came onto a new plant, and you can try to control the problem as soon as you find it. So these are 2 that I've used already. Now one aloe plant that I have, I forgot to water because I don't water it that often, of course. Because I don't water it that often, I forgot to add the mosquito bits to it. So these are all the fungus gnats that were coming out of that plant from that soil because I forgot to add my mosquito bits. Let me see if I can get better light. So the bottom of that is just dirt, but everything at the top, they're all fungus gnats. You can see that. Now this is from one of the other plants. Now this plant, I did use the mosquito bits on. You can see it's mostly dirt, and there's like maybe 4 fungus gnats stuck to it. Now I had I had the aloe plant with all the fungus gnats. That was in another room from the other plants, so I'm guessing that's why the other plants didn't get infested with the gnats. I'm guessing that's why the other plants didn't get infested with the gnats. But these are all the gnats that came off that aloe plant that I forgot to use the mosquito bits on. So once all these came out, I realized that I forgot to do it. I watered in some mosquito bits and we haven't had a problem since, but this is just all the gnats that came from that one plant. And again, this is the one that came from one of the plants, I think my mint, that I actually did use the mosquito bits on, and there's only a few on here. Most of it is dirt, honestly. So you can see the differences side by side. It really does work. I mean, that is just so many gnats. Like, that's crazy. That is so many gnats. And on here, there's not very many. We have very few fungus gnats flying around the house. I mean, we get them occasionally, but it's nothing like it has been in years past. One year, I completely threw out a whole plant because they were everywhere. I could not control them. Like I said, I tried everything. I tried the dish soap. I tried apple cider vinegar. I tried doing a peroxide bath to try to kill the fungus that they were feeding off of in the plants, and nothing worked. This is the first year that I've had it under control. So these are my results. Anyway, check it out. I'll put the Amazon link in the description. Check it out. If you've tried it, let me know what you think. If you have another solution, you have something that works a little bit better than the bits, let me know. I don't use it on my plants outside because the plants outside are bigger. The fungus gnats aren't really a problem. I don't really care outside about the fungus gnats. I have much bigger pests to worry about outside, so I don't use these outside, but I do try to use them in the house because fungus gnats are just annoying. They're everywhere. They fly in your face. They try to fly in your food. They're just all over the place, and they can get out of control really quickly. This is what I've been using for that. Let me know what you all think. If you have a better solution or if you've tried this and it does work, let me know. And thanks for watching.